for this next matchup, Leon Edwards versus Nate Diaz. We already talked about it. This is another one, AJ, where let me ask you this. Do you think the UFC just does a really good job at just like hyping up these people that shouldn't even be in the conversation for making it a close fight or whatever? Outside of round 5, did Nate Diaz win any of these rounds? Did he come close to winning any of these rounds in your opinion?
Nah, man, not even close. I had literally Leon Edwards controlling the entire fight, literally just fighting exactly how he wanted to, landing big shots, getting elbows from the ground. It was very impressive win. I thought Leon Edwards, if he wasn't gonna finish the fight with it, or at least let the doctor come in and stop the fight, it was going to be an easy dub. Or maybe not an easy dub, but it was going to be a decision win, 50-47 or 50-45, whatever the math is. I'm not good at math either, Derek. But it wasn't. It wasn't the narrative of the fight was Leon Rocky Edwards putting it to him. And until that very end, where Nate Diaz is actually at his most dangerous, pretty much nothing to talk about because it was just Leon Edwards' show all day long. But to me, man, imagine if Nate Diaz came out like he does in the 5th round. Because I feel like he needs to get damaged a little bit to actually get himself in the fight, which is not at all what you want in a fighter. Sure. You want the as boring as it did the Floyd Mayweather approach, where you don't touch me and all I do is touch you. But man, yeah, it'd be cool to see. And like I said, if Nate Diaz had about maybe a minute and a half more, or a little bit more aggression, we would have saw a finish. Rocky Edwards was wobbly. He was wobbly on his feet. And even he admitted to it at the end. He's like, yeah, I got stiffed a little bit. I was on some wobbly legs. So, I mean, it was a good fight overall. I liked it.
It was a good fight. It ended up being entertaining and whatnot. But I will say, I saw this quote, man, and I don't have the source off the top of my head, so forgive me. But it said that Nate Diaz never loses. He just runs out of time. And I'm like, yeah, that's an interesting approach, man. That is definitely an interesting approach. But I have to take a little bit of a more serious note to this fight, AJ, because I saw something that kind of concerned me. And this is me being a dude who, I'm telling you, the Diaz brothers, specifically Nick is really the one that was big for me when I was growing up. Nate has captured the current generation now. You know what I'm saying? But Nick Diaz had already suffered the thing that I think Nate Diaz is suffering right now, man. I know that they've already kind of had, they mumble a little bit when they talk, right? Slur their words a little bit, but I'm seeing a little bit of, maybe some early CTE, some getting that noggin rattled a bunch of times, man. Nate Diaz, the way he was speaking in his post-fight presser, obviously the pre-fight presser too, but the post-fight presser was rough, man. Not able to remember things, you know what I mean? Just sitting there spacing out his words, just feeling real spacey. Yeah, he was smoking a joint, but I know even when you super lit, you're not that spacey, you know what I'm saying? So my question is, how long can you keep doing this? You know what I mean? Like, how long can you keep doing this, especially when your only win really recently in the last 5 years, right? You got a win over McGregor and a win over Anthony Pettis. That's it. But how many times are you going to keep getting in? You get these paydays, you're going to keep doing these things, but I don't want to see these dudes on Muhammad Ali status when they're 70, 80 years old, you know what I mean? Because we love Muhammad Ali, we love his story, we love what he's done in the ring, but we all saw him with Parkinson's just, not able to enjoy the end of his life, right? I don't want to see that with the Diaz brothers. They're saying Nick Diaz might make a comeback. I don't want to see that either. Are you seeing the same thing I'm seeing, or am I crazy here?
No, 100%, Derek. And I mean, they say Father Time is undefeated, and unfortunately, as we all get older in age, degradation takes place, and a lot of even the majority of people alive and that get older, they start to develop, brain disease, Parkinson's, slow stutters, Alzheimer's, all this stuff. But what we don't want to see is that happen at 50. Yeah. 60, when you're still very smart, very intuitive, where you should be able to still be growing and learning things. And yeah, no, I'm with you. It's hard to say that it's early signs of CTE because there's no way to actually determine that. But when you see somebody slurring their words almost like he's drunk, yeah, it's you don't want to see that, man. It's as an MMA fan and as a Diaz fan, yeah, no, I don't want to see him fight really anymore unless you get a big break or stick to promotion, or I don't know, man. That's the last thing we need in the sport is either death or brain trauma. And we already, punch each other in the face constantly. Yeah. So there's no reason to make it even worse. But,
yeah, absolutely, man. It's not any harsh criticism or anything like that. It's more, I just want to see them prosper as they get a little bit older. Like, go do a bunch of jiu-jitsu tournaments, man. Do your submission underground with Chael Sonnen and all that. But you don't got to get punched in the head, taking a million cuts, man. That scar tissue is going to be so rough. But I do have to just point out this last thing before we move on, man. This is one of the few times I've actually legitimately seen Nate Diaz make excuses, like real excuses for his performance in a fight, right? He said that he suffered a cut in training. That's probably why they had to postpone the fight the first time, right? He said he was unmotivated the whole month, couldn't get going. He just wasn't like, he was like, yeah, I didn't feel motivated to train for this fight, so I was just kind of just chilling for the month. And I didn't even, he said he was walking through this fight, so it's like, damn, I don't ever really hear you make excuses. Normally you just man up, you know what I mean? You did say, yeah, Edwards won, but you still feel like you'll take anybody out in the welterweight division. It's just at this point, man, is it just the bravado? Is it character? You know what I mean? I don't even want to say character because it feels like that truly is authentically them, man. But you got to know, you're 36 years old, man. You know what I mean? At a certain point, all those games and stuff, it's all talk, but can you back it up anymore? Give me your thoughts.
Yeah, no, I definitely think it's a little bit more of the ego, a little bit more of the persona that's coming through. Because you're right. I definitely believe that Nate Diaz, that is him 100%. He will fight anybody, anywhere, anytime. It doesn't matter. He will stalk and slap whoever comes across his way. Now, is it the best for his longevity and all that stuff? Nah, man. It's just sad to see. Like I don't even know exactly how my own brain processes this. Because don't get me wrong, I love seeing the Diaz brothers fight. And anytime they're on the card, I'm gonna watch. I'm gonna buy it. I'm gonna watch. I'm a big fan. But it's rough, man. It's rough seeing your idols become the dudes who are slurring their words. And that's the last thing you want to see is people drooling over each other. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
I don't really have exactly a coherent thought on this one. Sorry.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. Let's protect the OGs, man. The Diego Sanchez's, the Diaz brothers, you know what I'm saying? Even like Tim Means is getting up there, man. He's about to fight next week. Like, let's protect all these dudes. Let's make sure that you still competitive and you still making it happen. The Donald Cerrone's and all that good stuff, man. But we can be done with that one, man.